Good evening, Detroit. This is the Wood Dog. It's Sunday, August 7th, 2016. August 7th, 2016. Today, I am out on my Detroit bike blight patrol. As you can see, I am at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive at 14th Street. Martin Luther King at 14th Street, right there. All right, here we go. This location I'm walking up on right now. Another blight eyesore right on the corner of Martin Luther King and 14th Street. It's amazing what you just roll up on. Never knew this building was like this. Okay, here's another building similar to my other 19 videos. What do you think, Detroit? Here's another location right next door. Right over there. At the minimum, it's wired shut. This one right here, Detroit, is open all over the place. You can go into the basement and it's burnt out from front to back. All right. Now, this is what I meant by a death trap. These abandoned structures are all over our city. The north side, the south side, the east side, and the west side. Black community, white community, Latino community, Asian community. Detroit will have to tear down, like I said, another 90,000 plus abandoned and burnout structures, not including buildings and apartment buildings like you see behind me. All right. As you can see, the stairs are navigatable, if you want to call that my new word. But you know how I do, Detroit. I like to go up in them. Okay, check that out right there. What do you think this is, Detroit? Let's take a look. Oh, looks like a smoke detector. All right, smoke detector. Here goes another one. Right in the front door. Okay, there's no address on this building. Oh, yes, it is. I'm at 3596 14th Street. All right, this building, this location right here has been burnt from front to back. All right, now I just walked right in the front door. Anybody could walk in this front door, drag a child up in here, drag your mother up in here, God forbid, and do what they want to do. Here we go. Burn out, front to back. All right, and it's wide open. It's not burned up. I'm sure the police drive by it every single day. And what can they do? Nothing. They can't do anything, Detroit. They're police officers. But I'm sure that when this place burned up, there was nobody in it. But the fire department had to come in here and risk their lives to put this crap out. And nobody was in it. Okay. There you go. You can see light at the bottom of those stairs. Not going down there. Okay. I'm not going to go all the way to the back. But you see what I'm saying, Detroit. These houses are a mess. They're everywhere. They're wide open. A curious child could come up in here, get impaled on a nail or a board, or get attacked by a wild dog, and they'll be at that dog's mercy or that predator's mercy. Okay, here we go. Walking right through it, Detroit. I'm on the second level. Okay, navigating through. All right, here we go. Want to take a look out on the 14th Street? Here it is. This 14th Street. Down below is my Detroit Cadillac that got me over here. Okay, over there is Martin Luther King. There's a young lady walking across the street, home from work, probably tired as hell from a hard day's work. But I'm working too, Detroit. I'm working for you, and I'm sweating for you. Up in these abandoned structures, giving you an eyeball view of what I see when I ride around the city of Detroit. Okay, this has to go. All right, there's thousands more of these locations throughout my city where I live. I didn't even know this building was like this or even at this location until today. Riding down Martin Luther King, I look to my right, and here it is. I'm surprised these stairs are still intact the way this building burned. But back in the day, they built some nice solid structures. And okay, I'm going back out the front door at 3596 14th Street. Okay, Detroit, you think shake my head or do? All right, there's my Detroit Cadillac. It's for sale. All right, it's for sale, 150 bucks, nothing wrong with it front to back. I'm gonna upgrade and get me a new Detroit Cadillac, and I'll let you know. But back to this blight. Okay, this blight right here, Detroit, is probably a victim of red tape. See, it says right here, the water cut. Okay, but how long has it been sitting, waiting for demolition? That's what I'm gonna talk about very briefly. There's so much red tape that I discussed in a lot of my videos as it pertains to demolishing a residential house. The sewer has to be capped. The water has to be capped. The gas has to be capped. Okay, then they have to dig it out. Then they can't fill the hole back in until somebody from the state comes to inspect the hole, and that could be weeks while the debris is still sitting there. Then they have to clear the debris out. So can you imagine the opposition and red tape it takes to tear down an apartment building like this? Okay, not to mention an abandoned office building. Oh, that's a litany of red tape. You got to look at disposal of the metal, the concrete, where they're going to dispose of it, and who will take it. Okay, that's another issue. They got plenty houses on the demolition list, but when they tear them down, they got to find out who's going to take the debris. If they burn most of it up, it'll turn to ash. Okay, but that metal is recyclable, so anybody will take that. Okay, but if I continue to ride around in the city of Detroit and find abandoned structures wide open to the public like this, okay, can somebody tell me when will I ever be able to go downtown and ride my bike, my Detroit Cadillac, in downtown Detroit? Okay, in my previous videos I told you I will never go downtown and ride my bike until I can enjoy myself and ride around in my community where I pay my taxes. Okay, 14th Street that I'm standing on even has a bike trail painted out for bike riders. Take a look. Okay, that's the bicycle lane. As you can look over there, there's a bicycle lane over there too. But what is there to look at, Detroit? Absolutely nothing. You got fields, open fields with overgrown grass 3 feet high, right off of a main drag leading to downtown. Okay, that's Martin Luther King. This is 14th Street I'm on, and this building that I just walked out of. Okay, this is another view from the outside Detroit. That's that broken window that I was looking out of from the top level. Okay, ask me again, am I scared going in these buildings? Yes, I am scared. But I'll tell you again, my fear is suppressed because I remember what this city and my neighborhoods used to look like when I was a child. Okay, now, as you can see on the side of the building, somebody been cutting down trees, throwing them over there. Now, if you look right across the street, Detroit, right here, across the street on the other side of Martin Luther King, let me blow it up for you. There's new houses over there. Okay, you can see some of it below the trees, but those are new houses, Detroit. New apartment buildings that's been built over there a while back. All right, same thing going back in this direction. And then you got a hospital down that way going towards I-96. All right, but over here, it's a mess. All right, from front to back, I just rolled up on this crap right here. If we can eliminate some of this red tape in my city, Detroit, to get these structures torn down, where myself and the Detroit Bike Blight Patrol don't have to roll up on them, I would love to go downtown and ride my bike. I've been a one-man show ever since the beginning of May. The middle of May is when I started my Detroit Bike Blight Patrol for the first time. And here it is, May, June, July, And now we're in August, and I'm still out every other day in the heat, running across abandoned structures like this where they spray paint, water cut, gas off, but the structures are still standing. Okay? To get a good synopsis about what I've been going through in the city of Detroit, I would love for everybody viewing this video to go check out all of my videos on YouTube. They're on YouTube under my banner of Detroit Bike Blight Patrol. Subscribe, hit the like button, and feel free to use my videos and pump them to any news outlet, any news reporter, any magazine you want to, okay, to get the word out about what's going on in Detroit, my city, your city too if you live here. But can you let me close in saying, people come into the city of Detroit just to look at our blight. All right, I saw people, I just rode by the old train depot off of Michigan Avenue that the Maroon family finally decided to put windows in because the circuit court was slapping them with fines everywhere. But people are standing outside that building as we speak. It's almost 7 o'clock in the evening, August 7th. They're standing out there taking pictures of the place. All right, I'm other places in the city where there's nobody in the building and people are standing out there taking pictures of the burnout houses in my community. I mean, it's amazing. They used to come into the city of Detroit on Devil's Night to watch it burn. Okay, so I give the mayor a little bit. You know, they've been tearing down a lot of houses, 10,000 plus under Mike Duggan, and he's only been in office 2 years. We needed about 3 or 4 mayors before him to do the same thing, so he don't have to come in and play cleanup. Okay, but there you go. There's the old train depot in the horizon there. Let me blow it up for you. Okay, I just left from over there about 20 minutes ago. It's hot out here in Detroit, but this is what I do. Okay, and people are not only at that location, but they're at this location and many others in the city that I ride by on my bike, and people are out there with license plates from out of state. They even look like they don't live in Detroit, and they're just shaking their head, taking pictures of our abandoned houses, abandoned structures in our city. It's amazing how interested everybody is in our blight, except for that city council downtown at the Coleman Young Center. Like I said, not one Detroit City Council member has accepted my challenge to meet me in the city of Detroit to talk about blight in their district. I will meet any Detroit City Council person anywhere in the city of Detroit on my bike. I've issued that challenge in 3 of my videos and nobody has stepped up, and I know people are liking and sharing my videos, so that I know they're out there in the community. But you know what? They don't want to dress up like this. They don't want to put on no sneakers and go get a Detroit Cadillac and put on some sweat like the Wood Dog and come out here in the community. Now, I've been having an attitude all summer long about all these blighted houses and structures I've been coming across in my city. But one thing that burns my backside more than anything is to see people from outside the city of Detroit, people from outside my community, outside of the state, coming in here just to photograph our junky vacant lots, our burnout houses, you know, and our blighted structures. And then they go downtown where it's all pretty and smooth and eat at Southern Fires or go to one of the casinos and avoid the side streets like the plague. While people like myself and many other people that I know and dear to me are in the community doing what they have to do. All right, Detroit, you've heard me. You've seen what I've seen. You saw what I wanted you to see. This is the Wood Dog. I'm out on my Detroit Bike Blight Patrol, August 7th, 2016. I'm out. We shall overcome.